Hi, I'm Tom Ziglar, CEO of the Ziglar Corporation. I'm so glad you're here on the Ziglar Coaching Academy. You're in the leadership coaching, the coach leadership channel on our academy. And we really serve leaders and coach leaders, executive coaches who work with leaders to help those leaders develop their people to be more effective in their business role. Today we're talking about what we call the business map. MAP stands for maximum aligned performance. Ultimately, what that means is we want to create a vision for our people that they can get excited about, and then we want to show them how as their performance goes up, as their contribution goes up, so does their compensation. And today we're on the bottom right-hand circle of this business map, the 5 circles on the screen, and you will see there that it says quality of life and quality of work. So let me say this, quality of life equals quality of work. So Zig Ziglar, my father, said way back in the 70s, he said this, he said, if standard of living is your goal, your quality of life almost never goes up. However, if quality of life is your goal, your standard of living almost always goes up. Wow, that's powerful. And so this is what we've learned. We've learned that quality of life, and the number one issue with large businesses is the mental health and well-being, physical and mental well-being of their people is their number one productivity challenge. People who are having mental or physical health challenges don't do well in their job role. They don't perform at the same level. And so how do we create quality of life for our people? Well, let's look at the Ziglar Wheel of Life, and we say that every individual has 7 areas of life: the mental, the spiritual, the physical, the family, the financial, the personal, and the career. So as a leader, I am developing relationships with my people. And as a coach leader, what I want to do in that relationship is I want to understand the goals, what it is somebody wants, and then I want to understand why they want that. Those are lessons we're going to be covering later. And the reason I want to know that is because I want to support them in every way possible. So that means I need to understand how they're doing in their mental life, their mindset, their spiritual life, what is their hope in the future, their physical life, are they healthy, their family life, are relationships good at home, their personal life, what are the things that give them energy, their financial well-being, are they meeting their goals, are they paying the bills, and the goals they want to have, and in their career. So all of these things are critical, and here's why. Have you noticed that people who have problems at home bring those problems to work? Yeah, they do. And so business it's not a straight line, right? If somebody's in their career and they're loving it, they're going hard, there's going to be times where they got to burn the midnight oil, where they got to work 60, 70, 80 hours a week sometimes to get a project done, to get a deal closed, to finish out the quarter of the year. This is just the way life is. Here's the question. If their physical life is fantastic, they got plenty of energy, they're working out, they're getting good sleep. If their family life is awesome, right? They've got a home they can go to, they got relationships that are strong, it's a safe place for them, they've got support there. If their mindset and their spiritual side is solid, they've got hope in the future, and they lighten and brighten the room just by walking in. They've got financial goals in place. They may not be out of debt, they may not be there, but they got a plan and they're making progress towards that. And then they're taking time to get refueled, right? They're putting energy into their bucket. They might have a hobby, or they might like to go hiking, or something that just fills them up. If those 6 things are solid, and then work gets stressful, they get overwhelmed, what's their chance of burnout? It's pretty low, isn't it? However, if work gets stressful, if their load gets heavy and they got to burn that midnight oil and it goes on and on and on for 3 or 4 weeks, and they've got health problems, they're not sleeping, they've got a relationship challenge at home, financial stress, burnout is real. The chance of them cratering is real. And so as a coach leader, we got to do everything in our capacity to help with that quality of life that people have. And we're going to be talking about that through the Coach Leadership channel, the leadership channel that we're talking about in coaching. So we're going to dig more into that. But I just wanted to bring that up, because here's the reality. If somebody has got everything going in their quality of life, they're just going to do better at the job. That's just reality. They're going to be more dependable. They're going to get things done at a higher quality. Their mind is going to be clear. And so that's why as a leader, we've got to have our pulse on how our people are doing. And when somebody comes into your office and they say, hey, you just say, hey, because you meet with them every week, right? Because this is what coach leaders do. You just meet with them just briefly, even 5 minutes, 10 minutes, doesn't matter. Hey, how's it going? What's going on? And when they share with you that their mother-in-law just moved in and she's got late-stage dementia, that's a signal. That means that, that quality of life for that family is about to be impacted. And as a coach leader, you got to start thinking, how can I support that? What can I do here to help them in all that they do? All right, remember this. Quality of life equals quality of work. Are you helping your people to be more effective in every area of their life just through the support that you provide? One last tip. It doesn't mean you have all the answers. You might not have any answers on nutrition or physical health or wellness or when to work out or what to eat. That's okay. Refer them to somebody who does, but let them know that you care. So glad you're a part of this. The Ziglar leadership section of this is powerful. Be a coach leader, and we'll see you next time on the Ziglar Coaching Academy.